So this may take a moment to wrap your mind around this concept, around this thought or this revelation that I just had. I mean, it may be known already to someone, but I didn't know it. So it's a revelation for me. So when I journal, I like to write my prayers down within my journal. And I just finished journaling, writing down all that God is to me, who He served, what role He serves in my life, all that He is, all that I'm thankful for, all, just writing what I appreciate about the Lord. After I finished, for some reason, I don't know why this popped in my mind, but it did. So I thought it was something that I should share. When you are in a marriage, a relationship or whatever, and when you're being intimate or under the sheets with your partner, your spouse, dirty talk during that time is pretty much kind of sort of like worship. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but just stick with me for a minute. So when you're doing dirty talk, or when you're giving your partner dirty talk, when you're saying, your little dirty talk out there, you're telling them all that they are to you. You're telling them how they make you feel. You're telling them how they feel to you. So it's pretty much like worship. When we pray to God, we are worshiping God. That's the way that you start your prayer out, with worship. Prayer itself is worship. So does that make sex worship? Is sex worship? If it is worship, worship to whom? I know God forbid it outside of marriage, because marriage itself is worship to Him, because it's holy. So marriage is holy. Outside of marriage, it's worship. Well, the intimacy outside of marriage, the underneath the sheets outside of marriage, is worship to the enemy, because it's defiled, it's dirty, it's desecrated, which desecrate means it's a violation of something holy. So when you think about it in that sense, then you can understand why it's so much more than what we have. It has so much more value than what we have given to it. We have given ourselves to people sometimes that you don't even really like. Sometimes to people that you're ashamed of, that you won't even claim, that you won't even count them in your body count. We have belittled a holy act to just, with whomever whenever, if the wind blows right, if it's Tuesday and a sunny night, if it's Sunday and a cool night, you know, if the vibe is right, if the vibe ain't right, you know, if whatever. But we have belittled a holy act. We have watered down a holy, sacred act. Something that he meant to be holy, to serve as worship to him. So it's bigger than just how it makes us feel. That's pretty much another way to worship him. That's what he gives us our spouse for. We were put on this planet to procreate, to bring up families in his will, to spread his goodness, to glorify his name, to populate this earth and to take care of this earth, to glorify his name. Even if you come into union, and it's not necessarily to have kids, because, you know, some may be more mature and, you know, are not in the childbearing age, but you still can procreate. You still can birth other things that will still glorify his name. You can still use your family to glorify his name. But within the guides of marriage, your bed is holy. That's meant to glorify his name. It's not a recreational act that we sign up for as if we're playing a game of pickleball, that we switch partners in and out as if it's a tournament. That's not what it's for. And I really don't think that people think about it or look at it in this way, because if so, we wouldn't have hot girl songs. If so, we wouldn't have a freaking dress. If so, we wouldn't have multiple partners. If so, we wouldn't have a bag in your trunk ready at all times. And I know I'm in your business, I'm sorry. But I just really don't believe that we understand what it's meant for. I don't believe that we understand what a lot of things are meant for, and like how how deep it is, how serious that it is, how I think we take a lot of things for granted. I think we take life itself for granted. And I know that's a fact, because if we didn't take it for granted, we would treat people better than we do. If that was not a fact, we would treat ourselves better than we do. If that were not a fact, we would raise our children to treat people better than we do. if that were not a fact, it would turn something in our insides to see someone else treating someone wrong or doing something wrong. But we have gotten so deafened to the just any wrongdoing. We are so blind to wrong. We don't see it. We don't want to see it. We don't hear it. We don't want to hear it. That's not our business. But should it be our business? Why isn't it our business? Whose business is it? If it's not ours, whose business is it? It became not my business when mental illness became a norm. That's when it became not my business. When we have so many people out here suffering from mental illness because their nervous system is irregulated and imbalanced because of things that other people have done to them. When you have some people out here strung out because of things that other people have done to them. So now I can't trust you to tell my child something right the way that it used to be. The way that it used to be on that street, anybody could get your child in order. But I wouldn't trust it nowadays because you have so many people that are egotistical. You have so many people where, like I said, they have mental illnesses a lot of times. They have an imbalance a lot of times because it has gone unchecked. And that's the norm. We don't even bat an eye at it. We know they're a little off, but we don't bat an eye at it. We don't give it any deeper thought. Do we understand that keeping the momentum of this, I don't even know what to call it, of this imbalance, keeping that going is conditioning our kids, is conditioning the way that society works and moves and grows, is conditioning that to stay stagnant. We're not growing. We're not growing as a people. We're not growing. If it's so normal that our kids can have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and they're worried about, doing things that they don't have any business doing. If it's normal that, we can house our unmarried kids, boyfriend or girlfriend. It's so normal that we don't appreciate marriage anymore because we have so many divorces. And people don't want the burden of having to pay for a divorce or having to get divorced or having to, go through all of that. They don't want the embarrassment of, building and then having to build again. And I know it's a lot of, nuances that I'm not hitting on within those subjects, especially divorce. Like, that's a whole nother topic. But just on the fact that the bed and intimacy is supposed to be, it is meant to be a holy act to God. And I feel like if we seen it that way, if we thought about it that way, if we actually thought about our bodies as being holy, this is not our body for ourselves. Nothing is about you. Nothing. Nothing is about me. We have every single life experience that we have. We have that so that can become part of our testimony, so that we can push it forward, so that we can be the person that we needed during that time, so that we can pay it forward and help someone else. That's what every life lesson, every experience, every downfall, every win, that's what they are for. They're not for us. We are just the vessel that He used for that experience to happen to and through. We are just a tool. So we are somebody and a nobody at the same time. We are everything and we are nothing at the same time. This is not our body to use to glorify us. This is our bodies that He has lended to us, our life that He has lended to us to glorify Him. And I feel like we have gotten it so wrong, or that and some of it I don't think was purpose. I don't I don't think that we have purposely gotten all of it wrong. No, I don't think that. I just think that we have not fully understood. I don't think that we have had a full understanding, even if coming up in church, and I feel like, well, at least me, I was taught things, but I don't think I still had a full understanding of a lot of things. About life. I don't think I had a full, complete understanding, because understanding only happens in hindsight. So after an event, after an experience, a situation, whatever the case may be, and then we will fully understand after we can remove ourselves from this situation. If I'm in it, my emotions are going to be tied in it. So my understanding is going to be tied to how I feel. It's going to be tied to my emotions. when I can remove my emotions from it, then I can understand it because I'm able to look over it in every aspect over it. I'm able to fly above that experience and to see it from that viewpoint versus from the viewpoint in it is limited. When you can fly above that experience or situation, then your viewpoint is broadened. You can see it all. You can see why, when, how. You can understand both standpoints. You can understand the wrong. You can understand the right. I see why they may have taken it that way, because they went through this. So that kind of skewed their mindset towards that. So I can see how they may have taken it that way. I can see how they thought I had an attitude, because I can talk a little spicy sometimes. I can see how they may have thought that. That's not saying that I'm co-signing nothing, but I can see it. I can understand it. If I can understand it, I'm not even really holding nothing against you, because I get it. But I do think that we should look at a lot of things. Look at what marriage is supposed to be, how we even pick our partners. If you have kids and you dating someone that you wouldn't even want to be a father to your child or be a mother to your child, that kind of doesn't make sense. What's the point? Are you dating just to have somebody to what? Just to have somebody. So what does dating really mean to you? So I think we just have to define a lot of things, because words have different meanings to different people. And that's kind of why it's a little dangerous when, growing up, you have, different pastors that may have made a whole sermon off of one verse. And that may be why, like, at least me, I'm not going to speak for everyone, but at least me, that may be why I may not have understood a lot of things when it comes to the Bible in church. Because, you don't really, as a kid, I would say that I didn't associate reading the Bible as something that I wanted to do. It was like a chore. As a kid, to be honest with you, I really only read the Bible in Sunday school. I don't recall me cracking the Bible open at home, because I didn't understand it. I don't even know if they had kid versions of the Bible when I was growing up. I don't know if they did or not. I don't know. But I don't recall seeing one. I would see my mom, read her Bible. but I would only read what I was given. I would recite what I was told. That's why I say being smart is really just you reciting, you saying what you were told, you saying what you read, you having a good memory is basically what being smart is in the technical, in the way that the world thinks of it. That's not saying that that's a bad thing to have now, because you do need to have your smarts now. You definitely need to have your smarts. But, I believe that people put more weight on book smarts versus like intelligence. There's a difference between being smart and being intelligent. There's a difference. And I think people put more weight on academics, smarts. They don't put a lot of weight on intelligence. So I guess we just need to define, what does life itself, what is really living? What kind of things give you life? What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel free? What makes you feel boundless and carefree? What makes you feel open? What makes your heart open? What makes you cry happy tears? What makes you cry? What makes you feel? I think we need to think more. I think a lot of times we have gotten tired of thinking, and we let so many other people think for us. We just do. We just do what other people do. We say what other people say, because that way I don't have to come up with nothing original. I don't have to come up with my own thoughts. If I just repeat what I heard them say, now I don't have to think of nothing. Ooh, that's one less thing for me to do. And at least if I say what they said, then everybody else done heard that before. So, so it's going to be familiar. So they going to agree with me. So, shit, ain't no sweat off my back. That's one less thing for me to do. Is that sad? Is that living? Is that living? We have basically become robots in a skin suit. We have basically become, it's like a circus. We just around here putting on shows because we around here wearing a mask, because nobody wants to be they don't want to think for themselves. They don't want to be who God has made them to be. You got people acting like thugs that ain't no thugs. You got people acting like a killer when you ain't no killer. You got people acting like you for the money when you really ain't for the money. That's not living. That's not living. And it makes me so sad that, like, it genuinely makes me sad that so many people think that they are living wearing a mask, being inauthentic, but you live. You're a robot in a skin suit because you're doing what you think or not thinking because everybody else is doing it. It's plug and play. It's skip and repeat. Nothing is original. Nothing is authentic. Nothing is, we don't even make food from scratch. Because we don't have time to. We got so many other things to do because that's what everybody do. We grind. We hustle. Because that's the thing to do. Like, that's what's glorified. Let's see who can be the tyrants. Team up all night. Ooh, I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired. I got 6 jobs. I got 2 phones, all this. You know, it's like having having to do more. Like, juggling is normal. Juggling and hustling is, now I'm not knocking it because you do what you have to do, but just know that we are conditioned to believe that having all of these things is the way that that's living. Now, I got things that I still want and I desire to have. I'm not saying that I don't want luxurious things or that you're not supposed to want luxurious things. So, of course, you're going to have to work for it. So no, I'm not saying that. But we want all of these luxurious things. Why? Because it looks good to somebody else, to people that don't even know us. Because we don't know ourselves. It makes us look like we're a better person, or it makes us look like we have it more together than the next person. It puts us on an invisible pedestal. That can get knocked from up under your feet at any day. And like I said, I'm not saying don't have your dreams and your aspirations that you aspire to have. I'm not saying that at all. But just understand why you want it. Just understand your reasoning. And to understand your reasoning, you must understand you. So why do you want it? What purpose is it going to give you? The more you have, the more you're going to have to do to maintain it. Otherwise, you're going to curse your blessing. You're going to hate your blessing otherwise. Count the cost for your blessing. Just know that the huge home that you asking for, it's going to come with a whole lot of keep-up. They're going to charge a little more to cut that big lawn. They're going to charge a little more to fix the plumbing when you got 5 bathrooms. It's going to cost a little more to fix the air conditioning that that provides air for a 4,000 square feet home. It's going to cost a little more to fix that circular driveway. It's going to cost you emotionally more to dedicate yourself to a marriage. Because that's two people's emotions that you have to maintain, that you have to tend to. It's a beautiful thing, but count the cost. You got mood swings. They got mood swings. The kids got mood swings. You got your mama to deal with. You got their mama to deal with. You got your sister and you got their sister to deal with. So I'm not saying do not aspire to it, but count the cost. That's why we got divorces. Are you willing? Are you willing to do what it takes to maintain these things? Have you counted the cost? Have you thought about what all goes into it? Have you thought about what it takes to maintain that blessing, to be a good steward over that blessing? Again, what is living? If that's living to you, count the cost for it. Don't disregard it, just count the cost. So yeah, I think we just need to define a lot of things. I think we need to bring back thinking, like the simple things. I think we need to bring back the simple things, the basics. Bring the basics back. Like all these video games, I'm not saying that they not fun to play. I'm not saying that they not cool or whatever, but we done got away from the basics. Do we even do like a lot of people play? I think a lot of people do, because I still like playing, board games and stuff like that. I do personally. I think I like old school things better anyway. Just because if the lights go out, you ain't gonna have no video game to play. You gonna have board games. You gonna have yourself. Where y'all gotta you gotta have a good time with just you and your family. Y'all gotta make up the game. But do we even talk anymore? Do we talk with our families anymore? If we don't know ourselves, do we even know our family the way that we think we do? We are around them sometimes, but do we really know our families? A lot of times we don't. A lot of times we don't, so we just have to define a lot of things. We have to figure out what the true definition, or what our definition is for a lot of stuff. What is the meaning behind a lot of these things? What's the meaning behind life itself? Why do you want, okay, so you attracted to this person. Okay, they attracted, they got some abs and everything, they got a big butt or whatever. Okay, but why do you want to lay down with that person? Why do you want to lay down with them? Is it just because you want to know what, you want a taste of the rainbow? You want to say, you want to add this look to your roster. You want to add, the next look to your roster. So now you can say that you done had every stereotypical look, and what? And then what? And the person that you marry probably ain't gonna be nothing like them. Absolutely nothing like them. And you probably gonna hate that you even was with majority of them. I'm not saying all of them, but majority of them. Because once again, when you in the sheets with people, remember it's holy. That's supposed to be a sacred act when it's under the guidelines of marriage. When it's not, it's to work. It's to worship the enemy. So what does the enemy bring with him? He brings confusion and chaos. That's why I believe God forbid it outside of the guidelines of marriage. Under the guidelines of marriage, it's going to be holy. What does God bring forth? He brings love, patience, goodness, holiness, all of those virtues, all of those things. What does the devil bring? Confusion, chaos, division. Steal, kill, and destroy. That's what the enemy brings. That's what he comes to do, and that's what he's going to bring to the table. Anything that's of him, it's of him because it causes confusion, chaos. Is going to steal, kill, and destroy everything that you hold near and dear to you. Steal, kill, and destroy your mental state. Steal, kill, and destroy your stability. Steal, kill, and destroy your joy. Steal, kill, and destroy your happiness. Steal, kill, and destroy your future. It's going to steal, kill, and destroy your desire for anything better for your life. Because that's what it's meant to do. That's how you know it can't be from God. It can't be. No way. Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. You don't even want to do anything godly when you in this steal, kill, and destroy cycle. You don't want to do nothing godly. For what? Because you know that you going to bring destruction to it. At that point, you are infecting something else. You going to still kill and destroy whatever else that you touch. Because whatever is on your life, you going to spread that around too. The same way when God is over your life, you going to spread that around. When goodness is on your life, you going to spread that around. When hell is on your life, you going to spread it around. So what really is living? What value does life really hold when we all just acting like robots in a meat suit, in a human suit? What value does life hold when it's not significant? Because we all doing the same thing. We all acting the same way. We all looking the same way. So what value does it really hold? Your look ain't even your look no more. You don't even look like who God made you to be, because you get nose jobs and eye lifts and, you know, chin tucks and tummy tucks and butt lifts and implants and all this kind of stuff. So you don't even look like who God called you to be. Will He even recognize you? Like, will He have to take a second look and be like, girl, I did not recognize you. We got so much makeup on. Will He recognize you? Then I got a funny story off of that. I had my makeup done for an event one time, you know, bad, had my face looking all nice and stuff. I'm thinking I'm looking cute, got my I think my lips was kind of like a plum color or whatever. Just looking real cute. I thought I was looking real cute. Do you know that my iPhone did not recognize my face? My iPhone will not open my face because it did not recognize me. I did not have access to everything that was mine within my own phone. Now I had to go the long route and put my password in and all that, my PIN number and all that stuff. And some of the times when we rushing and stuff, you don't remember all them numbers. So when you piling up so much artificial things over your authentic layer, do you recognize who you are anymore? When you take the wig off, when you take the lashes off, when you take the makeup off, when you take off that mask, do you even recognize who you are? What is living to you? What is living? Anybody that listens to this, that's going to be some homework. Get you your closest piece of paper, write out the actual question so you won't forget it. What is living to me? What do I define as living? Define it so that you know when you have achieved it, so that you can appreciate it when you have achieved it, so you won't miss it, so you recognize it. You can point it out. You can sit in that moment. You can sit in that feeling because you can point it out. So I'm going to leave you with that question. What is living to you? Until next time.